Hello there, this is Action College and I'm your teacher Vincent. And today we're just going to discuss the expressions of deduction, which are must, must have, can't, can't have. And you might be asking yourself, what is deduction? So as you can see, deduction simply means logical guessing. So logical guessing means what? Logical guessing is the way, or it's a way a person looks at any situation and they guesses logically what should be the reason behind what he or she sees. It's like you just look at the situation and then you think logically what should be the reason behind what you see. So let's dive in real quick. So we're going to start with present deduction. So in the present deduction, we just have a must, which means strong certainty. So strong certainty means you are completely sure that something is true. So like if I just see something and what I think, it's like I'm strongly sure that something is true. So, and so we just have here can't for present deduction. This is the strong impossibility. So strong impossibility is you are certain that something is impossible. Okay? And here we just have a past deduction. So for past deduction, we just have must have plus past participle. This is, of course, strong certainty in the past. And there we just have can't have plus past participle, which means is a strong impossibility in the past. All right. Let's start with present deduction, which is must and can't. So here, must is a strong belief that something is true. So what you see and you think about the reason behind that, and you are sure that what I'm thinking here must be true, 99%. So for example here, she studied all night, she must be tired. So you know that when someone just worked all night, logically, this person must be tired. So that's what we have here. The lights are off, they must be asleep. Of course, if you just see that the lights are off, right? Here we just have present deduction. Then we're just going to use here must and a can't. So must, as you can see here, this is a strong belief that something is true. Example, she must have, she studied all night, she must be tired. Of course, quickly, someone who studied all night, so what you think quickly is that this person here is tired. So I'm sure 99% that this thing is true. Second there, the lights are off, they must be asleep. Of course, you just come to someone's house and you see that the lights are off. So what you think quickly is that here they are asleep, or they must be asleep. He has a doctor's uniform. He must be working at hospital. So someone is in a doctor's uniform. So what you think quickly, you just think that this person here is working at a hospital, of course, as a doctor. They are smiling. They must be hungry. I'm sorry, they must be happy. So someone who's smiling, so quickly you think that this person here is happy. So that's present deduction just for strong certainty. So let's go to can't for impossibility. So it means here, this is a strong belief that something is not true. So here we talk about impossibility. He's only 10 years old. He can't be a teacher. So it's impossible that someone with 10 years old just can be a teacher. So logically, you think that this is really impossible. 2, she just ate. She can't be hungry. Of course, someone has eaten. So you really think that this person here is not hungry anymore. The answer is wrong. It can't be true. Of course, you see that the answer is wrong. So quickly, you just believe that the answer here cannot be true. So this is really impossible. the doctor is, sorry, the door is locked. They can't be inside. So the door is inside, the door is locked. So this is the situation that you see. And if the door is locked, so quickly just you believe or you think that no one must be inside. All right, so let's now dive in and discuss here or talk about must have and can't have for past deduction. So now we're just going to have this kind of logical guessing for things that happened or things that were impossible in the past. So example here, it's very quiet. Everyone must have left. So you see that here, the place is very quiet. So what you think that there's no person there or there's no one inside there. So everyone must have left. That's what you think logically and quickly. The ground is wet. It must have rained last night. So just wake up in the morning and let's just look at the ground here and you see that the ground is wet. So what you think quickly, you just think of the rain and you say that it must have rained last night. So that's logical guessing. He got very high marks. He must have studied hard. Of course, someone who has good grades or someone who has high marks, already what you think is that this person here must have studied hard. Of course, last night, this person must have just worked hard. That's why he just got high grades or high marks. They arrived early. They must have left home very early. Of course, someone who just arrived early, that's the situation. And of course, what you think, the reason why this person is early at work or any place, so already just think of when he just or she woke up. So already just you think that this person here woke up very early. And then let's go to can't have plus past participle for just like also past deduction. And then here we just talk about impossibility in the past. So you are certain that something didn't happen. You are certain that something didn't happen in the past. Let's go. For example here, the food is untouched. They can't have eaten yet. Of course, just look at the food and you see that the food is untouched. So what you think is like they haven't eaten yet. So logically say that they can't have eaten yet because the food is still fresh and the food is not touched yet. He was with me all day. He can't have stolen the bag. Of course, like I'm 99% sure that this person hasn't stolen because we've been together all the day. So I am sure that this person is not a thief. So I can say that he was with me all day. He can't have stolen the bag because I'm sure we were together. The shop was closed. They can't have bought anything. So the shop was closed. How can they possibly just bought something? So this is really impossible because the shop was closed, so they can't have bought anything. She passed the exam easily. She can't have failed before. So at the way she passed the exam, I'm really sure that it is impossible that he used to maybe to fail before. So that's my logical guessing. So if he passed the exam so easily, logically I just think that this person is so smart or is very clever. So she can't have failed before. So that's logical guessing. All right, so I'll try to thank you very much for being with me from the beginning, from scratch up to the end. And I just want to welcome you for further information, for further lessons. So I just welcome you to Action College. We're going to help you just to learn more and more, and it just make you be a good English speaker and also trying to speak like any native English speaker. So thank you very much. Join us for further lessons, and we hope that you're gonna be a good English speaker. Thank you very much for being with me.
Gana action, niba ushaka kwiga indimi, gana action, ushaka kuba umusirimu, gana action.